I am just completely amazed at how much of an illusion this is, the lies. The more I get into it, the more I'm just blown away at how an entire society has been led to believe such a false narrative. But it makes sense because now that I see it and I'm starting to see it much more clearly, and I'm right about everything, and it's going to adjust and change. But here's the part that I'm realizing right now. And I mentioned this before that God is in itself energy. The center point of God is like the eye of a needle, and it's clear. God is non-polaristic, non-dualistic. It's a third person perspective. Does it take on form? Yes, it can take on form. To me, it has. But God is, in essence, hands off. Ha ha, how funny is that? And that's why God created two perspectives of itself: God the Father, the right hand of God, and God the Mother, the left hand of God. They're both still connected to God, a extension of God, and they're equal in energy, they're equal in power, they're equals, they're divine, they're still clear. Now, are they starting to take on more of a form or more of a perspective, a label? Yeah, this is where we're starting to get into the split of consciousness, which then takes on label, which then starts to believe it's further and further away from God, which is true. It actually is. Then what happens is when the father takes over the mother and enslaves the entire system, so it cuts off the mother's access to God because it makes her believe that it is God. So now she's praying to God the Father. There's only God the Father. There's only God the Father. And then this entire society is praying to God the Father, God the Father. You're all looking up and you're all trying to ascend and you're all trying to raise your vibration. And you all think that there's only Jesus and that Jesus is all good and that Lucifer is bad. You don't know the whole story. You don't know the story at all. You've been duped and lied to, and everything is backwards. Look at your own family. Keep it simple. You have a mother and a father. Whether or not they're together doesn't matter. They came together to create you. It wasn't just the father that created you. What, with his magic wand? Ha ha. No. It's the mother. The mother births all the children. From that birth, an umbilical cord connection is created between the mother and the children. The mother, this is why mothers are intuitive, especially when it comes to their children. That's why when a mother passes away, a family tends to dissipate because that mother's not connected to all of the children anymore, because the mothers hold on to the umbilical cord connections. And the mothers are the ones that are tapped into the universe. God the Mother is the universe. The father has no connection to the children at all. Why do you think it is that a man can so easily impregnate a woman and go out and impregnate another woman and impregnate another woman and have sex with another woman? They don't care. They don't have any attachments to anything and no skin in the game. The mother's carrying the weight and the burden of everything. Imagine that. And then you've got a father figure or a toxic masculine trying to control and dominate and acting like a child over the feminine while the feminine's trying to hold up the entire universe. What the fuck? This is how it is here in this society too. You want to know how to control the people here, control the masses? Get everybody looking up. Don't look down. Don't look about what's down there. Look up. Nope, don't look at that. That's not real. Nope. Stay looking up, everybody. Come on, everybody up. Oh, there is his father. Just everybody praise that man. Praise the man. If you start to delve into the mother perspective, which is surrender, which is stillness, lowering your vibration, you would start praising the mother. You'd start healing her. You'd start to realize that your mom has been abused, neglected, tortured, tormented, raped, purposefully with intention by toxic masculines. That's how you control the mass of the people. Through sexual intercourse, by taking away the innocence of the children early in their age, the feminines, you create a victim class, and then now, recently, it's turned into men doing it to men, especially in these cults, these covens, these high-level groups, and it's used as blackmail against senators, politicians, lawyers, judges. This circle, this group of individuals who run everything here, who control the masses, using psychics that they interbreed with, using witches, warlocks, warfare, mental, emotional, physical. These entities, these energies, not all human, by the way, the core is not, seek to dominate and control. How do you do that? You stop the feminine. You stop the divine feminine. You put measures in place, locks, blocks, all kinds of things to stop her progress. Because as she remembers the truth, feminine remembers the truth, she holds the power, and starts aligning and bringing masculines into her existence that know how to love and to add seeds of love, pure innocence back into that feminine energy. It'll heal the world. It'll heal her. It'll heal the universe. That's what they don't want you to know. They want to keep you bound with porn. Sex is just for pleasure. It's not for connecting. It's not for love. It's for money. It's for power. It's for control. I mean, just like anything, there's two sides to it, right? It's just like a coin. What side do you see, heads or tails? Just depends on your perspective, right? True. It's true, but I think with 100% certainty, we can all agree that Earth is a male-dominated society. There are certain places, there are little places here and there that it's not, but for the most part, 90% it's male-dominated. Christianity, Catholicism, the biggest religions in the world are dominated by men. Look at the Pope. The Pope just passed away. We had this big charade, big parade for the Pope. I bet if you guys tapped into his energy, saw who he really was, what he was really doing behind the curtain, along with those others at the Vatican Church and the other churches, you'd realize that they are abusing, raping children, taking their innocence. And women, why? Because power. Am I calling the church out? Yep. Because they're using a book labeled the Bible that was put together by a king and some knights years after Jesus has already passed, hundreds of years, and that not a single one of them had firsthand knowledge of anything. They picked and chose what versions went into that Bible. There ain't one mention about Mary Magdalene as far as her writings. None of hers are in there, and she was the closest to Jesus. She had more in-depth knowledge than any of those apostles. That's not in there. We pray to a father. That's it. There's no mention of a mother. Nope. So while all y'all are looking up, trying to raise your vibration, and here we go with them infiltrating spirituality. Raise your kundalini, raise everything up. No, that is another tactic that keeps you stuck. We're not raising our vibration. It's not what you're doing. That's not going to solve this. In fact, it's going to push you further and further away from the truth. What you need to do is learn to lower your vibration, learn to see all the particles, learn to truly tap in with the material, with the matter. What you need to do is do both, actually. If you're going to raise your vibration and go to God the Father and understand that perspective, great. Then make sure you come back and you go down and you go and you understand the God the Mother perspective as well, and send love and healing to both, prayers to both. It is time. It's time to heal God the Mother. She is the center of the universe. She is the one connected to everything and everyone. She is the divine creator. She is the universe. And we need masculines that are in their divinity, that are pure love, that are loving, to start planting new seeds into the feminine. It's these toxic masculines that have dumped and projected their toxicity into the feminine, which has created toxicity in everything, including the feminine, through sexual intercourse. Because the masculine plants the seeds in the ground of the feminine, and then he's supposed to shower her with light and love so that those seeds grow. But if he's adding seeds of hate, jealousy, resentment, and negativity inside the feminine, it's rotting her from the inside. Thus the universe is rotting. Thus the children are rotting. Thus the planet is rotting. And everything is fighting itself and each other. I'm done. I'm done allowing these toxic masculines even come close to me. It's already programmed into my energy field. Never again. Never will I allow a toxic masculine to put his energy into me. See, another feminine cannot take from another feminine. We cannot connect like that. It's only through a masculine. The masculine is the one that penetrates and creates that internal connection to the energy centers. And if you're not filling, guys, if you're not filling that woman up with pure love, you guys we're just creating trauma bonds after dysfunction after dysfunction. And it's a cesspool. And it's going to stop. And it's going to stop at the core. The divine left hand of God, God the Mother, the Creator, the universe, the feminine, is stepping up into her role in the ethers, in the astral, and in the material to show the pure divine innocence that she is, to speak the truth about what happened to her and you and why this shit is so bad, and to expose those energies, those toxic energies that have done this to her, to you, to all of this. That's what this is all about. That's why these individuals are going to jail, being exposed, their masks are coming off, their companies are going to crumble, their lives are going to crumble, they're going to be shown for the truth of who they are. That's the truth. Should have made better choices. The toxicity it's going away. It's going to be eradicated. That is the cleansing, is the toxicity. And that toxicity, which started with the masculine in the feminine, but it also involved other feminines as well that attacked the God the Mother as well. It was basically a coup in the ethers, angels fighting angels for power. These are the fallen angels. That's why they fell. And that's why they attacked. So that they could run everything in the universe their way, their rules, through control, through domination, through manipulation, through falsities, lies. And some of the key feminines, there's 3 of them. One I've been talking about for a while. She's a copycat. But these feminines went against the mother energy, the divine mother energy, and put a bunch of hexes and curses and stoppages and blockages so that she would not evolve and understand the truth. That she is the divine feminine and holds the energy, holds the universe. And if she goes toxic, everything goes toxic. So it's time to bring pure love back, pure innocence, for masculines to step up, to add that beautiful positive seeds that will grow and create a better future that we all can enjoy. The mother is going to rule. The divine feminine is going to rule this time. The partnership isn't going to happen. Unity. It will be a unity of 2, maybe. We're going to go into a free will pathway. Where individuals get to choose who they want for their partner. No more only one choice. No more 2-party system. It's a fail. Because if one goes toxic, the other goes toxic, and then you get to choose between 2 toxics. I mean, I know that's just in the US, but this toxicity, these dictatorships, these totalitarians, or whatever the fuck they are, same thing. Same regime, same mindset. Masculine fucked up bad, and hurt the one thing that loved him and saved him, could have saved him, and hurt all of the children. When a man cheats on his wife, or beats her, or abuses her, or neglects her, he doesn't ruin just the wife. He ruins the children too. And then that passes down to their children, and that passes down to their children and their children. It's not good. It's not a good society to live in, and I'm not living in it anymore. It's time for the feminine to step up, step out, and start showing a new way, a better way that's rooted in the unity of divine, pure love. All right, I love you. Have a good night.